Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new Big Brother 23 live feed spoilers. This is the day before Endurance. This is pre-Endurance. This is the end of the team twist, seemingly for good.
Yay!
Yay! I liked the team twist, I think, better than a lot of people did. It's just, it just felt different than the last couple of seasons. I needed a palate cleanser.
I like the team twist when it really works, but we ended up still having a major alliance. Even though I am rooting for this alliance, we still ended up having a major alliance. That is steamrolling the house.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of cookout conversation that we'll have in this video, but we'll also talk a little bit about what Whitney is doing or what is happening when it comes to the campaigning, because the eviction is just like over 24 hours at the time in which we're recording this.
Yep, and she wants to campaign. That's where we are.
Yeah.
It is Wednesday afternoon, and she's like, yeah, I want to campaign. Great.
We'll talk about that, but before we do, let's talk about that subscribe button, because it's there. You know, it's ready for you. It wants you to press on it.
Thank you to everyone who has hit that subscribe button. It's been really great. We really appreciate you helping us grow.
Okay, so Whitney's campaigning here.
Yeah, she wants to campaign, but she doesn't want it to be like really harsh against Hannah. She doesn't want to campaign against her, sort of thing. So that's now sort of where she's standing with it.
Why? Why is that the trend this season?
It's super weird. Like, I understand, like, you don't want to be mean to other people, but you guys aren't friends. Like, you're not really connected in that kind of way. The team twist is over next week. Like, it's done. Like, just stay in the game. Fight. Whitney, come on. You know what? If you're not going to fight, then bye.
Shady Jess has now entered the chat.
I want to see people who want to be here.
I do agree with that, because you know what? Nobody is going to go like full like Shakespeare and put like a curse on both your houses, Whitney, by going and actually like doing something to benefit your own game.
Yep.
But as of right now, Whitney is still going. I don't even know how much more even needs to be said about that.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to campaign, but it's really just a formality. Whitney is going.
Here's what really annoys me. It feels like these campaigns are really just producers telling them in the diary room that they have to go and do this because they need footage for the show.
Yeah.
Like, what else are they going to put on the episodes coming up? Are they going to do the Love Island bit from a couple of days ago?
Yeah, we're going to see the Love Island bit. We're going to see the whole bucket hat court. Like, there's just not enough content.
Yeah, I just, they got to figure out something. So we're going to just jump ahead and not even deal with the campaigning too much, because it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Instead, what does matter here a little bit more is what's going on with the target for next week. Is it Sarah Beth or is it Christian? Does anyone even know?
Yeah, well, that's what going into next week is. It makes it kind of exciting because it is sort of, there's a lot of people that are targeting a lot of different people. This really is going to depend on who HOH is. So we could be starting to move into that more fun part of the game.
To me, it feels like we're really about to see the first like major back and forth as to who the target should be. Like, we've talked about Tiffany's plan to try to get Sarah Beth out, and it seems like there's a lot of people on board with that. But then you have Kylan and Claire who had this conversation, and they're just sort of like, why are we wanting to do this again? Like, I don't know, well, Kylan's probably never really wanted to do it.
No, I mean, I can see why they wouldn't want to get rid of Sarah Beth right away. And, you know, at least that's kind of opening their eyes to Tiffany, who is running a lot of the house right now, whether people want to admit it or not.
I think Claire is starting to recognize that there may be some stuff that's going on here. I don't think she's putting all the pieces together, but like their sort of thought process right now is kind of understandably, here's Christian. Christian's a really, really big threat. Sarah Beth, you know, she seems like she seems nice enough and she could be competitive, but do you want could be competitive, or do you want giant, enormous threat that could win almost every physical comp?
Yeah, Kylan's argument for keeping Sarah Beth to Claire is just that she's beatable. And right now, that's what he feels, that she's beatable. Could she become not beatable later, sure, there's tons of game left to play. But as of right now, Christian is someone who has won a bunch of competitions, and Sarah Beth is not.
I'm going to introduce a new line of thinking into this video. I'm going to call this the chicken wing philosophy. And bear with me, everyone.
Everything always goes back to food here, guys. If you've been here with us for a while, then you know.
Yeah.
Or if you follow us on Instagram, Matt and Jess TV, go follow us over there. If you love food,
yeah,
Matt loves food. And there are a lot of photos over there of food, including some coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
He has promised me raspberry danishes.
I hope they're good. I hope they are good.
Gluten-free.
Yes.
I haven't had a Danish since I've had to go gluten-free because I'm celiac, so I'm very excited.
This is the goal. This is going to be this will be a better plan than some of the plans at the Big Brother house. But the chicken wing philosophy basically goes a little bit like this. I'm sure a lot of us out there have gone to like chicken wing places with our friends, right? And we're like, I'm gonna have the spiciest thing on this menu, and you want to like do that thing where you're just like flexing, like showing how awesome you are.
What that is?
Yeah, look at me and my strong chicken wing eating ability. But okay, so
Mr. Plantacular might have to teach you a thing or two.
yeah, but clearly. So, but what happens though is a lot of times when you order like the insane wings and they bring them out to you, you're always kind of like, hey, buddy number one, let's say their name is John. Hey, John, how about you try the chicken wing first? And then, so you just kind of all go around. You all know you want to try them, but you don't want to be the first one to do it. And where I'm going with this is that I feel like with Christian, there's a lot of, we want to target him, but I don't want to be the person that does it. You go ahead and do it. There's a couple weeks or two. I can go and do this a little bit later. You tell me how spicy the chicken wing is first.
Yeah, there are a few people, though, that are willing to have the spicy chicken wing first. I mean, we've heard recently that Ozza was kind of like, put me on the block so I have a reason to target Christian later.
Yeah.
We also have this, like, fake out back and forth with Derek X, Hannah, and Alyssa and Christian going on. Derek X has said that he's willing to target Christian.
Good for you, Derek X, for going and picking up that chicken wing and being unafraid of its spicy flavor. Like, this makes me happy. I understand there's a risk here with Derek X in that he is a physical competitor, and if you get rid of another physical competitor, you sort of stand out.
But there are other people as well. Like, yes, Derek X has won a couple vetoes. It's been a little while. People seem to forget stuff. There's been people that are winning more stuff now. Like, you know, I think he's getting into a good position that if he wins an HOH and he takes out a Christian, he'll be all right.
Like, here's where I would be if I was playing the game. Not playing the game, but if I was playing the game, I would be fine keeping Christian a few more weeks if he didn't have a showmance. But because he has a showmance, he has someone who for sure, unless it's like really late in the game, like maybe Alyssa would cut him at like final 3 or something, but like she's not cutting him anytime soon. So to keep that twosome with somebody that threatening in it, just don't do it. Like, I don't care if you're scared. I don't care if that chicken wing is like, you know, taunting you and like making like weird noises at you. You gotta just do it.
No, I would rather cut Alyssa first because while Christian can win a lot of stuff, Alyssa's also very dangerous. She has been able to sort of get in people's ears. A lot of the guys have been interested in her, even though she's in the showmance. You know, it's just she's got people wrapped around her finger, and I think if you can get rid of her, you can deal with Christian later. Not too much later, because if it's too late, then he can just win his way to the end. But there's enough time to get rid of him kind of in the middle of the game.
All right, so the one more real strategic note that we should hit on here is Tiffany and where her true allegiances sort of lie, because when you're someone that has 2,000 alliances in the game, which Tiffany has, it's hard to sometimes figure this out. I honestly actually don't know how Tiffany is going to keep track of all this. Like, she's got to forget something at some point, right?
So far, so good.
So her, like, idea for sort of the end game right now, it felt like originally, you know, she had that deal with Kylan, and I think she realizes that Kylan's not a great person to bring to the very end of this game. Like, how can you bring him?
I mean, that's the thing, is I don't think that Kylan's not beatable by Tiffany. I think that if she wins a couple things going forward and Kylan kind of just doesn't really do a lot left, Tiffany can beat him. He's not unbeatable. However, there are other people that are way more beatable.
It seems like she wants to, like, her possible final three, if she had it her way, could be Xavier and Hannah. Maybe Hannah would end up being the final two there. But I'm just also going to say this. I know they don't know Xavier is a lawyer, despite whatever sort of, like, theories they have on the subject. I don't want to get into the closing argument with Xavier in front of the jury at the end of this season.
I don't either, but I still think that Tiffany can beat Xavier. I know that he's won some stuff, but I just think that Tiffany has a way stronger social game right now, and people are picking up on sort of that she is kind of running some stuff. And if that continues to pick up as people are going out the door, they will remember that in jury. You can win this without winning a lot of comps.
Well, we will be back tomorrow to sort of set the stage for the next super important endurance competition. Plus, maybe there will be campaigning to talk about, guys. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all we have to say about that. But, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, let us know, share some thoughts in the comments, and check out our other coverage. We had a very lively discussion on The Bachelorette earlier this week. Woo! We got into a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, that was a little controversial, but that's all right.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll have American Horror Stories, so we highly suggest take a look at that. You can dive into any episode at any time. No knowledge needed on the franchise.
Yeah, it's a lot like Black Mirror, so if you like that, you may like this.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you here next time.